Alexander the Great, born into royalty, raised in the blood of conquerors, his victories were unmatched, but the price of his ambition was high, for even kings must answer to their people, and Alexander's people were beginning to question him. Alexander, we march again, not for glory, but for an empire that will never fall. The gods are with us. Alexander's army was a force of nature, but beneath their loyalty was a seething resentment. They had followed him across continents, but the glory they sought seemed far from their grasp. Soldier 1. We are far from home. The king seeks more lands, but at what cost? Soldier 2. He forgets what it means to lead with a heart. Even kings are not immune to the bonds of family. Alexander's mother, the woman who shaped his destiny, called him back, but Alexander had no time for sentiment. Olympia's in the letter, voiceover. Return, before your empire crumbles beneath you. Alexander, I will not be bound by the past. My legacy is the future. In the heat of battle, loyalty is tested. Alexander fought with the fury of a man who knew he had nothing left to lose. But his men, weary of endless wars. Alexander to his soldiers, inspiring. Strike with the fury of the gods. Fight not for glory, but for what we have built together. Soldier, quietly. We fight not for glory, but for survival. Victory came at a high cost. Alexander's conquest gave him a kingdom, but it also stripped him of the love of those he called brothers. Alexander to his general, is this what I've created? An empire of shadows? Even the mightiest kings must face their own reflection. Alexander, a conqueror of empires, now stood before the truth of his own choices. Alexander, did I seek the world, or did the world seek me? General, my king, they await your orders. The empire needs you. Even in the face of doubt, Alexander knew his destiny. The empire he had built could not be torn down by the weakness of his heart. Alexander to his army. We march to the end, for no king can bow to doubt. I will be remembered, not for what I built, but for what I became. Even kings are prisoners of their ambition. Alexander had built an empire, but at what cost? His soldiers, his family, even his soul. What had he sacrificed for greatness? Alexander, I conquered the world, but have I lost myself in the process? Is an empire worth the price of loyalty, of love? General, coming up behind him with quiet respect. You've built an empire, my king, but some battles cannot be won on the field.